for future benefits. Good morning, Armin. Great to see you.
Hey, Jody, good to see you too.
How are you this day?
Doing well. Bailed myself out of some basement water yesterday, but it's good to be back in the office.
Ah, good, good, good. Yeah, we got a basement system, and it has been a real blessing because we used to have that same
Yeah,
tragic moment every
I
time it
know.
would rain. So, well, welcome. It's an exciting morning. We're looking forward to introducing to everyone here with us the a new insurance carrier that is providing a Medicaid compliant annuity here in Connecticut, not just in Connecticut, but many states it's being provided to, but it's relatively new here. And we're excited for a variety of reasons, which we're going to articulate as we go through our workshop this morning. But I know, Armin, you have a lot of experience in this, and we'll look forward to hearing from you as far as what you've seen happening in the marketplace through your years of experience, many years, decades, in fact, and you know your excitement too with regards
Yeah,
to this product. So
yeah,
why don't we just go ahead and get started? The product is with a carrier which is called American Century Life Insurance. American Century Life Insurance. Relatively small company, but it's been around many, many years. It's been in business since 1940. It does have a financial strength rating by Demotech, which is a nationally recognized statistical rating organization. They have an A exceptional rating. This particular rating company has ratings for over 400 insurance companies, as well as is recognized as a rating of debt for government agencies such as Fannie Mae, Freddie Mac, as well as various other U.S. housing and urban development programs and mortgage lenders. So, as many of you know, many insurance companies utilize either mortgage-backed securities or government-backed securities as part of their investment strategy. It's regulation. Because of that regulation, insurance carriers are a relatively safe investment vehicle. And in addition to having that rating, here in the state of Connecticut, we also have what's called the State Guarantee Fund, for those of you who are not familiar with it. But basically what it is, it's a backstop, kind of like FDIC for insurance companies. And in this case, we're talking about annuities. That backstop for annuities is $500,000. So even if a carrier were to go under, the state of Connecticut would backstop policyholders up to $500,000. To be candid, in the annuity world, we've never seen that happen where we've had to have the state guarantee fund step in. I know other carriers, for example, some long-term care carriers had to have that. But as far as the state of Connecticut is concerned, we haven't had to really rely on the state guarantee fund. In addition to that, to my knowledge, no one has ever lost money in an annuity. And when we're talking about this particular carrier, we're looking at payout periods around 24 to 47 months. So that is the exciting aspect of this opportunity is we now have a carrier that can provide payouts for as little as, say, 24 months, in some cases, even 12 months, or obviously longer than that. But having that flexibility to compress payouts, especially for you attorneys that understand, or those of you who work with an attorney, the need to pay out dollars quickly, especially at those older ages, whenever you're applying for Medicaid, is critically important. But Armin, can you talk a little bit about why having a carrier with short or compressed payouts at no cost is really an exciting opportunity?
sure, Jody, I'll do that. And I've had the experience, Jody, as you said, going back to 2012, really when this sort of planning became available in Connecticut. We've done many, many, many cases. I lost count, but there have been several situations where shorter term payouts really are would be advisable. And given the low interest rate up until fairly recently, some of the carriers either exited
Right.
or actually increased the duration of payout. And so some people have been left on the outside looking in, or having the choice to go with a shorter term payout, but having to pay oftentimes pretty significant fees. So that's very exciting here that we can offer. Thank you. Thanks for putting that up, Jode. So here you see what's available up until now in the marketplace for shorter term payout. And with our focus really being on the 24 to 47 month, I mean, again, we can go down to 2 months. We can also, as can this outfit. But you look at those fees there, flat fee, fixed fee for under $100,000, or 100,000 and more, and then you see those percentage fees. For example, if somebody previously working here with this outfit would do or would come to you with a $100,000 case, if that annuity were $100,000, typically that client is paying $1,650 in fee. That's an add-on that client, and especially with fewer dollars that client is working with, that's pretty significant. A $300,000 annuity would previously have resulted in a fee of $4,950 for all practical purposes. $5,000 fee, very significant. That fee could be avoided for your client. I mean, that's really an exciting opportunity to bring to the client that previously had not been available in the marketplace.
Yeah, you did a nice job putting together an example here of the potential fees associated with different timelines and different premium amounts. So as you articulated there, it really could become a fee reduction, which, you know, for many attorneys and or advisors, you're having to justify a variety of fees anyway, variety of costs. And this was one on top of many other costs. And now a no fee annuity that can compress those payouts into a shorter period of time.
Especially, as you said, Jody, a lot of times for those older ages too. That's real important.
So let's talk about the specifics of this particular carrier and the contract itself. First off, they do have a form that can waive the free look period. The free look period is just 20 days, irrespective of this waiver being used. Now, we understand that some attorneys have different viewpoints on this. Some feel like it's appropriate. Some feel like it really doesn't hold up. But whatever your opinion is, we respect it and we look to you for guidance. But if you're interested in having this waiver as part of the contract, they do have an actual waiver piece that has been prepared by the carrier on carrier letterhead, if you will. As far as the contract is concerned, this is a sample contract. And for those of you who are with us, we'll send this information over to you. And you'll see here the language that the state of Connecticut is looking for to make sure that it's not assignable, it's irrevocable, that it's not contestable, that essentially once it's established, it's completely irrevocable, can't be assigned, and therefore it meets that language that the state of Connecticut is looking for. So once again, we'll make sure that you receive the sample contract as well as the language on the waiver, the free look period, and that way you can have that for your records and examine them yourself. We did have a question come in here, Armin. If it's okay, I can answer right away. So the question is has this been tested by the state of Connecticut? And from what the carrier has told us, there have been cases that have been submitted within the last year to the state in a Medicaid planning scenario, and they have passed with the state of Connecticut. And I know I have some personal experience with a client that we're doing Medicaid spend down now. The contract was issued, it's in review for that Medicaid process. So even though it's relatively new, it has been tested from what we've been told, and it is being tested currently. So we're excited. Obviously, the language is the language, and that's what's critical. Many annuities, in fact, I should say it a different way, very few annuities, only one or two, to my knowledge, here in the state of Connecticut, actually have the language needed to be used. And that brings us to another point here. Armin, can you enumerate on your experience there and what you've seen as far as utilizing these annuities and Medicaid spend down scenarios?
Sure. And one of the things that comes to mind is the need to have a quick turnaround. Very often when I meet with attorneys, they're looking for, hey, Armin, how quickly can you get this turned around? We need to get this policy issued ASAP. And previously, we've had issues with, some carriers taking sometimes weeks. I find myself on the phone constantly,
Right.
asking that it be expedited, escalated, and turned around. Here we have direct access actually to the owner slash president of the company, which is powerful. And he has told us that, if we need turnaround time in a day, I'll even push that out to a couple of days. I'll be very, very happy with that. But to get a contract issued in that short turnaround time is a big plus. And one of the things that I'll just add, Jody, you and I are very, very detail conscious, and as everybody on this in this meeting, I'm sure, is well aware, dotting the i's and crossing the t's. This needs to be done precisely. There can be no errors when applications are submitted. And I'm happy to say that in 11 years of doing this, and maybe over 100 plus cases, I don't even know. We've never had one single issue with application coming back, boxes not checked off correctly, etc. And so that's just, experientially from a workflow standpoint, it's real important that the process go very smoothly. The client is going through, as we all know, a very, very difficult scenario, and they need to be handled well with a bedside manner that is calming to them and reassuring to them that this is the best and right thing to do for them. And at the same time, we can't have delays or errors or problems in the back office side.
No, exactly. And our experience has been just that. We've been able to have contracts issued sometimes within 24 hours. Actually, in the most recent case, it was within 24 hours. The company will also draft premium from the bank, so that helps to expedite the situation as well. We don't have to have a check necessarily. So there's a lot of levers in place to help accommodate your clients in that time of need, in that crisis planning. And as Armin said, that helps to bring reassurance. So just in conclusion here, and if you do have any questions, there's a Q&A button at the bottom there. The role that Armin and I play, just so we're clear, in the insurance world, there's a manufacturer, there's a wholesaler, and there's a distributor, which is very similar to a lot of industries, but it's not unique to the insurance world. So the manufacturer in this case is American Century Life Insurance. The wholesaler is the producer's firm, which is the company that I'm the president of. So we are the back office. We support insurance agents that are in this arena. And Armin is a very experienced insurance agent that has worked with many attorneys throughout the state of Connecticut, and actually closely with the state of Connecticut itself, as far as not only this particular type of planning, but long-term care planning in general. So that's the role that each of us are playing. We support agents. If you work with an agent that you think might be interested in talking to us, we'd love that opportunity. But if you also need an experienced agent to help you help your clients, then certainly you have Armin at your disposal. And we'll follow up with an email with both of our contact information for those of you who do not necessarily have it. So anything else you'd like to add? I don't see any questions coming in just yet, Armin. Any other questions you'd like to add?
No, I don't have any questions other than we look forward to the opportunity to work with you if we haven't worked together. And I think that the personal touch, I mean, we're going old school here, so much of today's business is transacted without any personal touch, but it's been a pleasure working with face-to-face or through Zoom with attorneys, with their clients, and developing that relationship, again, to reassure clients that the right thing is being done. But when we can now do this and provide shorter term payouts without that client being hit with a sometimes significant fee,
Right.
that really helps their pocketbook and helps every involved. So yeah, that's really it, Jody. And I appreciate the opportunity to be working with you and working with those on this call.
Well, thanks everyone for tuning in. We really appreciate your time this morning. Hopefully the 8:30 was an appropriate time, and we'll look forward to talking to you, answering any questions you may have, or helping you in any situation you may encounter. Armin, have a great rest of your day, and we'll be in touch.
Thank you, Jody. Bye-bye now.
Bye-bye.